immediately purchased rights to Blake's invention. He added a counting meter to the machine and then enticed shop owners to try it on the basis of paying him 1 to 5 cents for each pair sewn. The idea hit like a bombshell, the most dramatic reaction being that the new invention and McKay's royalty concept were so productive that they set off labor conflicts that gained nationwide attention, especially when thousands of women stitchers reacted by going out on strike in Lynn, the same place where the noted African-American Jan Matzliger devised his equally controversial post-Civil War toe-lasting machine. McKay's timely system gained acceptance during the Civil War as Union resistance waned. Meanwhile, significant related changes were taking place in the East Bridgewater and Abington areas, initiated by Seth Bryant. Bryant was a military footwear expert and manufacturer from Joppa and co-owner of Mitchell & Bryant, then the foremost wholesale boot and shoe house in Boston. At the onset of the hostilities, he passionately argued that the abuse of government military footwear contracts in previous wars was about to be repeated in the Civil War. He even took one of the Blake-McKay machines to Washington, D.C., where he tirelessly lobbied Lincoln's Secretary of War, Edwin Stanton, urging double-row stitching with sturdy hemp thread and shoes made with sharply defined left foot and right foot shapes. The final outcome was that the quality of most military boots and shoes made in the Greater Brockton District during the Civil War was the best the world had ever seen. General Ulysses Grant candidly praised the superiority of Plymouth County footwear, stating that, were it not for their advantages, the Civil War would be prolonged and its outcome uncertain. Throughout the struggle, North Bridgewater's famous 12th Regiment Band brought further recognition to this region as they marched through countless cities and towns in their splendid new crooked boots and played their original 1862 marching band composition of the stirring tune that was subsequently called the Battle Hymn of the Republic. Although North Bridgewater's shoe economy definitely improved as a result of Civil War contracts, its rise towards global preeminence was initiated by a lucky coincidence. For at the end of the war, Seth Bryant overheard one of his wholesale contacts in New York City tell about a small manufacturer in North Bridgewater, where a certain Daniel Howard had created the best shoe in the country for under $1. During the war, Howard had discovered how to engineer every stitch into every part of a shoe so as to get the most benefit out of it. He was promptly approached by Bryant, who closed a deal that resulted in Howard's North Bridgewater plant, the first to fully utilize steam power, getting huge orders and a commanding lead on the New York wholesale market. A decade later, Bryant's famous cousin, William Cullen Bryant, made a visit to his childhood homestead here at the time North Bridgewater's name was formally changed to Brockton. The aged poet was astonished by the number of factories and the much louder sound from the machinery, and he expressed surprise when told that none of the shoes being made were for local consumption. Actually, by this time, scores of remarkably gifted people had emerged in Brockton and were emulating Howard's model of success. For example,